Good morning, do-it-yourselfers, weekend warriors, and aspiring professional auto mechanics. Hello, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoy this. What I'm doing is I'm just checking the buckle. He had actually purchased the buckle. He just wanted some help installing it. With the S.R.S. stuff, it was kind of a little bit intimidating, so I wanted to help him out. And so he gave me the buckle. I'm just checking the new replacement for fit. At this point, what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to unbolt the seat at the corners. As you can see, I'm getting my tools. I'm going to go ahead and take out the bolts in the front to start. I believe the bolts are 14 or 15. I don't exactly recall, but they're like 14 or size 14 millimeter or size 15 millimeter. I'm gonna go back. Now that I've got the two front bolts out, I'm going to move the seat up a little bit to access the rear two bolts, so the seat will be loose and I can work with it, so I can move it before replacement of the seatbelt buckle. The same here. So did the front. At this point, the seat is loose and I can get up under it and disconnect the wiring carefully. But we'll have to disconnect the battery. Anytime you're working on the airbag system, the most important part is to disconnect the battery. There are capacitive circuits on vehicles on the airbag system, so you want to wait a few minutes before you start messing with the airbag stuff. this case, this buckle. So you want to make sure the battery's disconnected. If the battery's not disconnected, you run the risk of having a detonation somewhere in the S.R.S system. Detonation, I mean, because the S.R.S system has pyrotechnics in the seatbelt, steering wheel, and actually eject the bag, and the seatbelt cinches down and the thing. But always disconnect the airbag. You don't want to play games with that stuff. That's the most critical part of working on the airbag system. The S.R.S, a supplemental restraint system. So always make sure that your power's cut off and you've left the system to bleed off the capacitive voltage that might be still in the system. You don't want to have an accident while you're working on the car. You don't want the airbag to go in your face, or the seatbelt to contract while you're in there. So be careful. Disconnect the battery, wait 5 minutes, and then you're safe to go. So that's the most important part. If you can do that, you got most of the job done. Congratulations. This is the new one. This bolt came off. Wires routed through here. There's a connector here. There's a mounting hole and mounting bracket, plastic bracket here. And then it gets mounted back in there. Okay. Let's see if we can do this like this. Okay, so it's mounted up. That's like that. That's here. So what I'm doing here is I'm reattaching these wires that went into the seat in their proper reattachment areas, and sometimes it takes a little bit of effort to get them pinned back in there, but that's what I'm doing. As you can see, that is all secured and in place. This is it here, goes up here. Okay, real easy. So now to the final phase, which is to bolt the seat properly back down and put everything back together.